Hi kids! Today I want to tell you a story about...
A story? I'm ready! What's today's story going to be about?
Hi Tessie. I'm going to tell the kids the story from the book of Daniel chapter 3 about Nebuchadnezzar and his golden idol.
It's my favorite story! Can I tell it?
Of course.
Yay! So, once upon a time, there was a king named the Nutty Professor.
Nebuchadnezzar.
That's what I said. Anyway, he did this. Hum, hum, hum.
Tessie, what are you doing?
I'm showing you what he did. Hum, hum, hum.
Are you trying to explain that he worshipped an idol?
He did? He did, 'cause he was a bad boy.
Well, he thought that the idol made him the greatest king in the world.
That's silly. An idol can't make you anything. What was he thinking? Didn't his mother teach him any better?
Would you please continue with the story?
Of course. One day, the king decided to build a great big house.
No,
An ark.
that's Noah.
How about an airplane?
How about a golden idol?
No way! Those things are bad.
I know, Tessie, but that's what he had his workmen build for him. He had it made big enough so that everyone could see it. And he made a law that all the conquered nations should be made to fall down and worship the image every time they heard all kinds of musical instruments playing.
Excuse me.
Yes, Tessie?
I thought I was telling the story.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, there were these three friends named Shaq, Mickey, and Bendy Play-Doh.
You mean Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego.
I was close.
Although everyone else was afraid to disobey the king, Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego refused to bow down to the idol. That was because they only believed in the one true God. Yes, Tessie?
You're doing it again.
Doing what?
Telling the story.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No one had ever disobeyed the king. Everyone did what he asked because they were afraid for their lives.
Good, Tessie.
When the king found out that the three friends weren't doing what he wanted, it made him very, 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 very
Get on with it.
angry. He told them that he would give them one more chance to do what he told them. And if they didn't, they would be in big trouble. The three brave friends still didn't listen to the king, so he had them thrown into the lion's den.
That was Daniel and King Darius.
He had them thrown off a cliff.
No,
He had them thrown overboard.
you're thinking of Jonah now.
I know. He had them thrown into a huge fiery furnace. Ah, melting!
Well, that is what happened, but they didn't melt.
Huh?
The king was so angry that he commanded that the furnace should be heated 7 times hotter than usual. Then he had Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego bound and thrown into it.
They shouted to the king, "We give up! We'll do whatever you want."
No, when the king looked in, he saw 4 men, not 3.
Did one of the gods who threw them in trip and fall in themselves? That was clumsy.
No, it wasn't a god. In fact, the 4th man looked like the son of God to Nebuchadnezzar. And they were no longer bound, but they were walking around in the fire.
They were walking around in the fire? Surely you mean running around with their hair on fire.
No, Tessie, they were calmly walking around. Anyway, the king went to the door of the furnace and called for the 3 men to come out. When they came out, they didn't even smell like smoke. The king said that he knew now that they were servants of the Most High God. After that, the king made a new law saying that no one could speak against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Many of the people too began to look with great respect upon the God of the Hebrews.
So God protected them because they did not bow before the idol?
That's right. Even when their lives were in danger, they did what they believed was right, and God rescued them. And when the other people saw that, the king and his people also started believing in God. When we're faithful, even when it's not easy, God can do amazing things through us.
Thanks for the story.
You're welcome, Tessie. Bye.
Bye.
Hey kiddies, so I really hope you guys enjoyed that story. How exciting was it to have a puppet show tell the story? I absolutely loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. But now I want to speak a little bit about the message around that story. So you had the 3 friends that were banished into this fire. I would be terrified if that was me, because why? Fire burns. There's no ways you can walk into a fire and not get burnt. But they trusted so much in God, and they were so faithful to God, that God came and was in the fire with them, and He protected them. So I want to show you what it looks like when we are protected by God. This is our nachi. I'm going to put it in water, and I'm going to show you what's going to happen when it goes into the water. So you see how our nachi floats, and it is covered by a skin. And that skin is how God protects us and how He covers us. And we are able to stay above, which means we don't sink. But this is what happens when we don't have God protecting us, when we don't trust in God and allow Him to guide our lives. We sink. So you see, it is so important, guys, to trust in God and just know that He will protect us and He will keep us from falling. Really hope you guys enjoyed this lesson, and I cannot wait to see you. I am missing you guys so much. Bye.